Most agents think they need more leads. They don't, and the longer they believe that, the more time they lose chasing something that isn't actually fixing the problem. The real problem is this: nothing is actually getting decided. And the longer that goes on, the more deals stall, the more time gets wasted, and the harder it becomes to create real momentum. The pipeline is full, the calendar is packed, there is activity everywhere, but when you look at what actually moved, the answer is usually less than you expected. That's where the gap shows up. We are busy, but nothing is finishing, and most people don't even realize that's what's actually happening, which is why this keeps repeating. So here are the 5 things that explain it. The first thing is that motion feels like progress. That's why close becomes dangerous. Paperwork going out, conversations that felt good, people saying they're probably ready soon. It feels productive because it gives us something to point to. We can explain the week, but if nothing actually finishes, what we're feeling is not progress, it's relief. It's the comfort of being almost there, and almost there can hold us for a very long time. The second thing is that a full pipeline can make us feel safer than we actually are. We see names, we see timelines, conversations, possibilities, and on paper it looks alive. And sometimes it is, but nobody is being moved to a real decision. Everything is sitting in the middle, still open, and open loops create false sense of security. They look like opportunity, even when they're not producing anything yet. That's where drift starts. Not in emptiness, but in unresolved volume. Third, we build systems that make us feel aligned without actually making us act. Time blocks, categories, CRM stages, notes, all of it looks organized and all of it feels responsible, but none of that guarantees anything actually gets done. Appearance is not execution. Most of it is descriptive. It tells us what exists. It doesn't tell us what matters now. And if a system never forces a decision, we can hide inside of it forever. We can review, organize, update, refresh our notes and our plan, and still start the day with the same question: what actually needs to happen first? Fourth, clarity is not the same as action. We think that once something becomes clear enough, we will naturally act on it. But clarity without constraint is just awareness. And awareness is easy to live with. We can actually know exactly what needs to happen and still choose 5 other things instead. We can understand the gap and still avoid closing it, because the real challenge is not seeing the truth, it's letting that truth eliminate everything else. And fifth, the work that matters most is usually the work we resist the most. Not because it's complicated, but because it's simple and exposed. Follow-up that forces a yes or a no, a conversation that makes someone decide, a task that clears the fog instead of feeding it. That kind of work reveals the truth. And that's why we replace it with busier work. Because once it's that direct, we can't pretend. We don't know what matters. See, most people think this is a discipline problem. It is not. It is a structure problem. There's nothing holding the day together, nothing translating priorities into decisions. That's when the gap begins to widen and things begin to collapse. Everything stays open, everything competes, everything feels important. And when that happens, we default to whatever feels easiest to touch, not what actually needs to be finished. That's the gap. And once you see it, it is hard to unsee. We don't need more to do. We need fewer moving parts and a more clear direction. Because once the day gets honest, there's nowhere to hide. No extra layer, no new system, no different plan, just the work that's in front of us. And whether we are willing to do it. Close is not progress. It only feels like progress until we ask more of it. If you want a system that tells you exactly what matters today, get early access to RealCoach AI and click the link below.